All right, so let's make an OC curve. During the lesson, we went over the different calculations we can do to make an OC curve. So in this section, we're going to go over how to create an OC curve using Poisson distribution and Excel. So to start, we have our historical probability of defects over here, P0, and to the right of it, we have the historic probability of defects in percent. So basically this column times 100 to get the percent. Before we start, we want to know what exactly our sampling plan is. So I have these three headers over here: lot size, sample size, and the acceptance criteria. So let's consider a lot size of 5,000. And from that 5,000, let's say we are collecting 120 samples from the batch. And our acceptance criteria can be 2. So because we said 2, out of the 120 sample size, we can have a max of 2 defects. And so that means we can have 0, 1, or 2 defects in total. And our acceptance probability will look something like this. Cool. So we have our acceptance probability, which is basically the probability of having 0 defects plus the probability of having 1 and the probability of having 2 defects. So let's move on. I have a column here for the sample size, so we can fill that in since we chose a sample size of 120. And the average defects in the lot, which is NP, can be calculated by multiplying the sample size by the probability. So I have NP here, and to get NP, we are going to multiply the sample size by the probability of defects. Cool. So this actually turns out to be the mean value for our Poisson distribution. So let's calculate the probability of acceptance using the Poisson distribution. And I already had the calculations done here, but I have a screenshot showing the formula I used. So this is basically a formula on Excel, and essentially it's your acceptance criteria, which in our case is 2, the mean, and lastly the 1 is to indicate true for cumulative probability. If you chose 0, then you would get discrete probability. So let's calculate the percent of probability of acceptance. So essentially now we have the percent probability. To get the percent, we're going to multiply by 100. Cool. So now if we plot the defect percentage and the acceptance percentage, that will give us the OC curve. So essentially these two columns. So here we have our OC curve. I'm just going to label it. And our x-axis would be the percent of defectives in the lot. And we know our y-axis is the probability of acceptance.